Right, today's exciting adventure, we're off to a Verulamium. I hope I said that right. Which is what was the Roman settlement of St Albans.
That's right.
Or St Albans became St Albans after it was Verulamium.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense at all?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, it's where the Romans lived in St Albans.
Yes, that's right, yeah. So we haven't been to years to there. We've been to St Albans, obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
So back to the A1, aren't we, going that way?
Yeah. Back through the village.
Yeah.
Find a gear that works. That's it. Second's a good one. And off we go.
Oh, it's a bit quieter there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Past No Man's Land Common.
Tara's Retreat.
Tara's Retreat. Care home for older people. This is Sandridge.
Nana was a domestic servant here.
Oh yeah.
An old lady who was about 82.
Yeah.
According to the 1921 census.
Yeah.
And it just says the cottage, Sandridge. So
could be anywhere.
It could be anywhere. I'm just thinking she must have had quite a way to walk.
Oh yeah.
She came on the bus or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so we used to frequent one pub here particularly, this Rose and Crown here.
Yeah.
Green Man across the road, I don't remember going in that one.
Well, Brian remembered that, didn't he? Say we got free sandwiches or something.
Oh, right.
In there, because there'd been a do on and they'd got so much food left over. Yeah.
Yeah. And into St Albans. Snolbans. Yeah, this big pub here, King William IV. Free house now.
Isn't it down this road that the clutch on the Toledo went?
Possibly.
I think it was somewhere down here, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't this road. It was you'll see in a minute. It's when we crossed over the traffic lights.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I remember exactly where it went. Want to tempt fate.
No.
But when we pulled away from the traffic lights that were down here, we didn't pull away.
No, we were still there, weren't we, for ages.
Yeah.
And of course we've also got the other thing that happened with your Mini on Holywell Hill, didn't it?
Yeah.
The handbrake came off in your hand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have no problems like that with the little up, are we?
It's 7 years old now, this car. Don't want to worry you.
No. So it was at the traffic lights, was it?
Yeah, it was at the traffic lights. I went to pull away. I think we just about moved away and then sort of stopped to try and figure out what's wrong, and of course the clutch had gone completely.
Now, I just remember those shops, you see, so maybe it was starting to play up back there.
Yeah.
Because this is the Ancient Britain pub, isn't it, here?
Yeah, and to my right here is where we met. It's an old Albanians rugby club was in there.
Yeah, and the first drink we had in a pub was in there.
So which way do we go here then? Road closed. Brilliant.
Yeah. We were going to go down there, weren't we?
We were going to go straight across there.
Well, there's a diversion, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the first pub on our left that we went into.
Yeah.
So we've got to go past it anyway, so that's...
What, together you mean?
Yes, we were at the old Albanians, weren't we? We left it.
Yeah.
And we went for a drink with Martin and Steve and my friends Sue and Susan and Denise.
Right. Don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Okay.
No, I remember meeting you.
Yeah, but you don't remember we left there and we... Never mind.
I remember you had a tight pair of trousers on. I don't know if this pub's still here. The one on the right, on the left here, That's still there?
Cricketers, wasn't it?
Cricketers. Still a pub?
It's an Indian restaurant.
Oh, it's an Indian restaurant now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just remember the time that Alice's dad picked us up, because my dad or Alice's dad used to pick us up, didn't
Yeah.
they? And he picked us up just along here.
Yeah.
And she got in,
Yeah.
and I think you got in, and I hadn't got in, and he'd driven off.
Yeah. Still outside.
Yeah, and then he stopped a little bit further on because I realised I hadn't got in.
Was it you were killing yourselves because he's wearing a
Oh, he used to
trilby,
wear a
was it?
trilby hat, yeah. Stupid things you find funny, isn't it,
Yeah.
at that age?
This is the pub where Alison got married.
Church.
Church pub. Pub on the brain. St Peter's.
Yeah,
Because you were bridesmaids, isn't
that's
it?
right, I was, yeah. Actually, that's where my mum and dad got married. And I found my, I don't know, great-great-great-great-great-grandfather from 1780 something or
Yeah.
other. They got married in there. So the only record I could find about him was they got married in St Peter's Church.
Yeah. You know, we're going to have to drive through St Albans now, don't you, to talk about St Albans?
Okay. Don't mention any more pubs though.
No, the Cock. Well, I don't think we've been in that one.
I used to have, when I was at Halifax, we used to have business lunches.
Oh, in
we
there?
used to go in there.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't mention any more pubs.
No, I don't think there are any just down here.
No. It's Tesco.
Oh, well, that's where we used to do your shopping.
Yeah.
And you were living in that flat.
Yeah. To the left is the Civic Centre where we used to go to concerts.
That's right. That famous time when you turned up in those awful green and brown trousers. I tried to go the other way.
Nearly the end of our relationship.
It
those
nearly
trousers.
was, yeah. And a friend said, you can't be seeing him in those trousers.
The post office is still there. Well, the building that was the post office is still there.
No, I think it still is.
No, it still is a post office. Wow.
Yeah, it still is.
What was the town hall is now the museum and gallery.
And the Halifax on the left is
Where you used to work.
where I used to work, yeah.
There's a Waterstones here.
I think that was a TSB bank.
Was it?
Yeah. Coming up on our right is the Midland Bank where I used to work.
Yeah, that's your first job, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's now HSBC, but yeah.
Yeah. Still a bank anyway.
Yeah, happy memories. Can't turn right here.
Can't.
No.
You can't. No, you can't. Right turn here. Right, so there's a Peahen on the left here, where you had a lot of your leaving dues.
Yep. This is Holywell Hill, isn't it?
And this is Holywell Hill, where my handbrake failed. Coming up the other way.
Yep. The traffic hasn't improved, has it?
No. Trucks parked on the double yellow line doesn't help. Oh, gone through there. And another truck on a double yellow line. But there's nowhere else to stop really for them, is there?
No.
So it looks like we're going to park in the, what's it called? Car park.
The car.
The car park down here.
I just wonder whether we can get a bit nearer to it because it's sort of over the other
Well, we
side,
could
isn't it?
go up the hill to the King Harry and go that way.
Because this is really for the Abbey Theatre, this
Yeah,
car
it's down
park,
at Westminster
isn't it?
Lodge. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, no, we'll go up the hill. It's St Albans Abbey Station. And a few remaining branch lines left. That goes to Watford, that one.
That's what you used to.
I used to come in on that line from Bricket Wood
Yeah.
to the school. I used to walk up this hill. All this building wasn't here, obviously. Used to walk up this hill to school.
Yeah, so we're getting the Roman helmet.
Roman helmet sign. If I can't turn right at these traffic lights. I know it's a roundabout
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I walked up here past this church,
St Stephen's, yeah,
and left here, and down there is St Julians. I went to school from the 3rd year onwards, so that's when we moved down south. Fun little roundabout there. And on the right here is the pub where I bought my first ever pint, the King Harry.
Such memories, isn't it?
Yeah.
To turn right for the helmet.
So we've had to come all the way round Verulamium.
Yeah, because that
road was closed.
Yeah.
But it's given us a little chance to have a little tour around St Albans. We didn't have to come all the way around, to be perfectly honest. We could have turned somewhere, couldn't we? No, we couldn't.
No, we couldn't. There was no right turn.
No. Sign for Roman Verulamium.
So we've got to go back round the roundabout.
Yeah, so to turn right there, because they didn't want you turning right
No.
off this road.
So that's where we would have come down if that road hadn't been closed,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's right.
So it's on the road to Hemel Hempstead, really, isn't it?
Yeah, follow this, yeah, you get to Hemel.
Where my dad used to work.
Yep.
It's on your right.
Don't know where the parking is, but... That's here. So we don't think we've ever been in this museum, and I don't know if Poppy's going to be able to go in. That's the other slight problem. So it might be one of us has to go in and t'other stays out.
I mean, I came to it years ago when I was at school,
Yeah,
but it wasn't as big as that. It was just like a little building.
yeah. So obviously a pay and display here. Right, so here we are, Verulamium, and that's the museum. So we're going to have a look, see if we can get a little miss in there. Probably not.
I did read you can go around the actual, remains
yeah.
such, but
Yeah,
how we get there.
we'll have a look. Very impressive looking building.
Sure, the original museum was in that
What, in
one
this
ahead, yeah.
wooden hut that's now the toilets?
Yeah, that's right. Sure it was.
Museum of Everyday Life in Roman Britain. So it's assistance dogs only. So you're going to have a look at the Forum and the Basilica. You're standing next to the site of the Forum and Basilica that form the civic centre town of Verulamium. It's here that people shopped and socialised.
Right.
Grey stones indicating the corner of the basilica. Okay.
That's been impressive, isn't
The
it?
museum wall to your right roughly follows the line of the main road through Verulamium. We'll go in the museum a little bit later, but I've just spotted him
I know.
in the window.
Amazing old building.
Yeah. Go on, Pops, keep up. That's quite something, isn't it? Never. All the time I lived
You never
around
came
St
here?
Albans, I never
No.
came here.
No. Queen Boadicea gave it the thumbs down.
Give it a thumbs down. What's to say that?
There, Queen Boadicea gave it the thumbs down.
Oh, right. Roman town of Verulamium. So the powerful tribe called the Catevulani believed that the marshes, rivers and springs here were sacred. So when the town of Verulamium was laid out in about AD 55, the Romans respectfully left an open area where native ceremonies could still be performed. It wasn't enough for Queen Boudica. In around AD 60, during the reign of Emperor Nero, she led the rebellious tribes of Norfolk and Suffolk against the new arrivals and burnt Colchester, London and Verulamium to the ground. And after the defeat and death of Boudica, Verulamium was rebuilt, and by AD 140, a theatre and large temple were built close to the site of the earlier shrine. Today, the remains of the temple lie beneath the field immediately behind the theatre. Another temple was built on the hill on the other side of the road, and the remains of the theatre were rediscovered in 1869 and excavated in 1935. It's said that the original Watling Street ran from London to Colchester. Follow the path to your right and join your fellow citizens for a day at the theatre.
The Watley Street's London to Chester.
So there's no entry, keep off the grass.
Yeah, so we don't go that way.
So we'll follow the path to our left then. Grief. More excavations there. We're going to walk.
Do you want to go there
way do you want?
first?
You want to go down here first?
Go down here first.
Okay. Excavations unfinished. Please keep off. Carpenter's shop. And a bronze workers shop.
A lot of little shops here then.
Yeah. Position of timber shops.
Like the one at the end, the wine shop.
Well, there's the wine shop. I wonder where the pub is. Good grief. Like I say, and all the time I've been coming, living in St Albans, we never visited here. Do you know what was here then?
Yeah, I remember coming to the theatre because we came with when I was at primary school because we did a lot on Roman things then. And then when I was at college, we came over from Bedford and same thing, looking at the theatre.
Yeah.
But that was the last time.
Well, quite excited about this.
Yeah.
Wasn't really sort of expecting too much. shops, designer homewares and central heating. This is supposed to be ancient history. Yeah. It says, as the theatre was connected with pagan rites, it may have fallen into decline when Christianity was adopted as a state religion of the Roman Empire. And the temple is believed to be one of a series of buildings that continued to be rebuilt after the theatre fell into decline. In fact, this neighbourhood was once the heart of the busiest town centres in the country. As early as AD 55, a range of wooden shops was built into Watling Street, and each shop consisted of a front shop and a rear storage area, or even sleeping quarters. A covered walkway along the edge of the street provided shelter to customers and no doubt goods for sale. When the shops were excavated between 57 and 61, broken crucibles and waste metal showed that most of the shops had been occupied by blacksmiths and bronze workers. These shops were destroyed by Queen Boudica in AD 60 and rebuilt soon after AD 100. The theatre was built in AD 140. In AD 170, a large townhouse was built behind the shops, part of which can be seen today. The rooms themselves have since been destroyed, but a hypocaust consisting of channels lined with curved tiles which brought hot air from a furnace outside the building provided a system of underfloor heating, and it can still be seen. Yeah, if you look over there, you can see the channels of the hypocaust. Presumably the furnace was at the back there. Oh, it's an underground shrine.
Yeah.
Okay. Underground shrine here. Oh my goodness. Not really see down there, but can you see, Pops?
That's like where I've been in Assassin's Creed, you know, and found a Roman artefact down there.
Okay. It's probably all gone by now, don't you think?
I think so.
It's obviously a hatch that people still go down there. Yeah. Just have a look that side. No, we can't really see anything, Pops, can we?
We can see some sort of brickwork, can't you, around the side there?
Oh yeah, you can see there. Strange, isn't it, to get excited by a load of old rocks?
I know.
But it's just that you think people lived and worked here, 2,000 years ago nearly.
Yep.
It wasn't a huge theatre, was it?
No, not. I don't know. I remember the one at Pompeii, and that was very impressive.
Yeah.
Was it Cirencester we went to? There's another one there.
Yeah. It's not in as good condition as this, but you can see obviously the inner sort of the circle where people would have walked around, and there'll be rooms and things where they kept things.
Yeah.
So would this have been all the lions and gladiators and all that?
Possibly, I think, yeah. Might tell us more on that board up there.
Yeah. Well. So this is a theatre for drama, mime, shows and absolute mayhem. You would have found the seats a little hard. So it says you're now looking down at the stage, an open area in front called the orchestra. What you're actually standing on today is the spoil removed from the 1930s excavation. In Roman times, the four raised areas closer to the stage had a high bank, supported by at the rear by a flint and mortar wall making up the theatre boundary. So an audience of 7,000 townspeople, peasants and even slaves from the city and surrounding areas will be seated on simple wooden benches. As the main illustration shows, wooden staircases led up the wall to reach the seats, and the absence of seating in the Roman theatres was similar to theatres of today, with a semi-circular auditorium facing the stage. This theatre was different within the circular area, using the natural slope to provide a large circular orchestra like an arena or amphitheatre. Although the orchestra contained seats for town magistrates and local dignitaries, it could have been used for other less theatrical entertainments, including possible public executions.
Okay.
In the course of the next 200 years, the theatre underwent several modifications. The stage was extended and the rear portion of the stage was roofed and supported by 3 painted sandstone columns with elaborate carved capitals. As you can see, a reconstruction of one exists to give you an impression of the original size and splendour of the theatre.
Yeah, I thought that was a reconstruction.
Oh, it's not an original.
It's not an original one,
no. It must be concrete.
Yeah.
Although several towns in Britain are known to have had theatres, this is the only one that's visible today.
That's right, because sure at Cirencester you couldn't see much. It just the banks, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Quite amazing. Yeah, you can just about see the abbey in the background over there.
Yeah.
There's St Michael's Church behind us. I'm just going to go down these steps and there's bullfights, sword fights and public executions. Pantomime was very popular too. This is probably the best known form of Roman public entertainment, so the gladiatorial fights and wild beast shows put on in the great arenas in Rome and other Roman cities. Those invariably took place in amphitheatres, not theatres. At Verulamium, however, the very large orchestra, particularly striking in its earliest form of theatre, bears more resemblance to an amphitheatre arena than that of a theatre orchestra. It may be that bullfights or sword fights occasionally took place here, although there would have been insufficient space for wild beast shows of the type popular in Rome. Gladiatorial contests were costly undertakings, particularly if a highly trained gladiator was killed. Whether criminals were ever put to death here is a matter of speculation. The day at the theatre would have almost certainly started with sacrifices to the gods in nearby temples. The priests would lead processions of the theatre. A temple road may have been created just to relieve traffic congestion in the centre of Verulamium, caused by people in carts coming to theatres and for the festival. I do not know for sure what performances were staged here, but they may have included plays by Latin and Greek authors. These may not have been understood by the largely rural population. It's likely that another popular Roman entertainment, Pantomimius, was preferred. These were dumb shows with actors dancing and miming the actions, accompanied by music and a chorus singing the words. And after the show, just enough time to do some shopping. Yes, so the rear portion of the stage would have been roofed. The front of the roof was supported by 3 sandstone columns with elaborately carved capitals. Just under 2,000 years ago. Well, that was interesting. A guy working in the ticket office used to work for BT, so I knew him, and I was sort of standing there paying, what was it, £1.40 each for the theatre. £1.50, beg your pardon. And I thought, I know you. And that's a good friend Chris Burke, who I used to work with in London for BT, and he's doing it as a temporary job. So just strange, isn't it? People you meet as you go around. Yeah, I think this used to be the museum entrance here.
Yeah, I think this is the original one I used to come to.
Yeah.
It's very big.
Not very big. It looks quite posh now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think you and Poppy are not going round then?
No, because
Poppy can't go round. No. We can't leave her in the car.
No.
Roman coffin there.
Oh.
Found behind the Manor House, Kingsbury. 1941. We're going to have a look then. Okay.